I am the big tank.
On the battlefield of life, nothing's harder than a tank. Yeah, have you ever met a man, hearts full of love, bigger than a tank?
Big tank.
He served in a few wars. He's a veteran that stands for a cause. For the best interviews and news, just get me glued to the tank.
I am the tank. Big tank.
Tank Talk.
Tank.
Big Tank Talk.
Tank. Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of Big Tank Talk. Today I have the pleasure of bringing to you a very dear friend of mine, Peterbiltf1975, but you'll hear me refer to him here on out as Danny. Danny, welcome to Big Tank Talk.
Thank you, brother.
As everyone else, tell us a little bit about you and how you came to be on Clapper.
I was on TikTok for a long time. I came to Clapper and I met Gigi. She was the very first person I actually met. And me and her hit it off as great friends. And then I started meeting people. I met you as well. Then I started meeting Paul, and I met Bugs on down the line. And I met some tremendous people on this app. And I actually made a family with the people I had met with Gigi, Paul, you, Ted, Bugs. I mean, I can keep naming names. I mean, I made a great family. Some awesome people.
Welcome in point 1 and 4. It's good to see you guys. Now I know you. I've taken to ask everyone to send me a bio. I know from your bio you've had a variety of different things in your work career.
Yes. Yes, I have.
One of the things that stuck out to me is you started a trucking business when you were 23.
You didn't
Yep,
put the soda
I did.
in there.
How did that come about?
What's in there?
Iced coffee,
That
root
was
beer.
a hard one.
Root beer.
Root beer.
I left North Carolina when I was 18. I moved out to Texas. I met a gentleman, God rest his soul. He was the one that helped me out. He helped me build my company. He was the one that front me the money to start my company. And the day that man passed away, I made a goal to myself to make sure I repaid his wife. And I repaid every dime back to her that he lent me. Because without that guy, I would never have succeeded the way I did and progressed my life on the way I have.
Right on. So what you said he died young, too young. What took him? If you don't mind me asking.
He had a massive heart
I'm
attack.
going to get fucking covered.
I can relate to that.
I was in, what was I at? I was in Colorado, and I literally parked my truck,
Right, give me that.
went straight to the airport, flew straight there. I flew straight to Texas just to be with him and just to hug his neck and tell him thank you for everything he done. That was the last words I got to say to my friend before he passed on.
So
And that hurt.
I understand that. So when you started this trucking business, were you also one of the drivers?
I was also driving myself.
So tell me, what was it like to run a business at 23?
It was hard. It was real hard running the business at 23 years old and driving. And at the time, I had 20 trucks. I took on something that I wanted to face my fears, and I really faced my fears when I done this. So I started out with 20 trucks, and it was hard. I drove a truck every day just like anybody else did. I never, not once, done backlash on none of my guys. I always told them if we succeed, we can make more money. We can actually accomplish something and build ourselves up. And at 23, I had some older gentlemen. They looked at me like I was just a young buck, like, yeah, you know what the hell you're doing. Well, I kind of suppressed that.
So Paul wants to know who's given you the best advice ever over your years on this planet.
God rest his soul. My father was a World War II Navy vet. He told me, he said, if you ever want anything in life, you succeed and you grab what you want and you go with it.
Absolutely. I'll tell you Cookie's comment, and I got a question to piggyback to it. He said it must have been hard to run the business and drive at the same time. My question was going to be, how much more difficult did it make running the business when you were one of the drivers?
It was hard, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I had times where things got tough and I had to come off the road for a couple of days to, iron everything out, but go back to it. But it got stressful. I'm not gonna lie, it got real stressful. Because if you work anywhere, it's like a daycare.
Right.
I mean, you got daycare situations everywhere you go. Grown men, grown women. I mean, I'm not picking on nobody by no means. But, it got stressful. It got hard. And I eventually had to come off the road when about 5 years later, I had to hire somebody else to help me out on the inside, to help me manage everything. And then things started smoothing out, getting down track, and everything started rolling perfect. And yeah, we get hiccups here and there. I mean, I'm not going to lie and say we didn't. It did. I mean, there was times that we failed and times that we succeeded.
So Paul wants to know, what's been your toughest challenge whilst running your business? What was it? If we piggyback on that, you had 20 trucks.
Yep.
Did you have a lot of guys that were older than you working for you?
Yep, I did. And what was the toughest one was the economy. When the economy crashed the first time, I got scared. I got real scared. I mean, I had over, almost close to millions of dollars invested, and I just seen my whole future flash in front of me. And I'm like, I'm fixing to lose everything I got.
Yeah. One thing I know, I've known a lot of truckers, and they're fairly self-confident people. How did the older drivers handle answering to a 23-year-old?
They were kind of stubborn. They were, but it took them to get used to me, because it was, what was the words I used? I can't remember. It's so daggone long. It was something like, I may be a young kid, but I'm trying to start something out for myself to better my life, and I'm trying to get something going. And they eventually warmed up to me, and that's when the old schoolers finally walked up to me like, look, let's do this. Without them helping me out, I'd have never succeeded. But that one gentleman I referred to that passed away, God rest his soul, and I'll say it every day, I miss that man every day. I still talk to his wife and to his kids.
Good.
And, that was a hard pill for me to swallow. Without that guy, I would not be where I'm at today.
Now, do you still have that trucking business, or did you let it go?
I sold out that one. I started a whole different one doing dump trailers, dump trucks. And as you know, recently I got rid of that last year. Now I'm doing something totally different. I'm in more of the towing industry and construction side with asphalt, water line repairs, sewer line repairs. I'm doing more heavy construction.
Now, I know over the course of your life, you've done a lot. You've owned a lot of business.
Yep.
What gives you the drive to have your own business rather than just work for somebody else?
I did work for somebody else when I first got my CDLs, and I tried it for a month, and I just couldn't see myself succeeding. I just couldn't do it. I wanted to be able to push myself and push my career out further. I wanted to be able to set my future up, but not only me, for my kids, my wife, and my family.
Right on. Now, I also know through your bio, over the years, you've also been a firefighter and a paramedic. What inspired that change in career?
Well, how that happened, I watched another good dear friend of mine in the mountains of North Carolina burn up in a truck. And I tried to save him. I got burnt. I did. I went through the windshield. And I tried to save him. But I couldn't. And that's when I don't know why I did it, but I went into the fire industry. I became a firefighter. I went through schooling, and then I became a paramedic after I watched a child perish. And I just like, you know what? I can't do this. I can't do this. I got to do something different. I want to be able to change the world. And, you know, we can't change the world. I know that. But I did that many years.
Danny, I know when you're a firefighter and a paramedic, and I'm sure you know that on a purely, what is the word I'm looking for? Taking the emotion out of it, but looking at it from a purely factual standpoint, you can't save everybody. How do you handle the emotional toll that being a firefighter and a paramedic does take on people?
I've seen things that I wish I'd never seen. I'm not going to get gruesome by no means. I've seen things that's pretty hard to see. Like, matter of fact, a couple weeks ago, I posted a video of an accident I ran on interstate that took out a guy's life. He got hit with 1,800 pounds worth of weight from the back of a crate truck. We had to do a recovery mission, and today I'm still active. It was pretty bad. It was pretty gruesome.
Oh, I bet. Paul wants to know, where did you meet your wife and how long have you been together?
Paul, how I met my wife. I met my wife by the mailbox, to be honest to you. Right by the mailbox. That's the God's honest truth. And we've been together going on 18 years now. And I love my wife unconditionally. We have a beautiful family. We have awesome kids. And I have 3 grandkids.
Oh, cool. How old are your grandkids?
One of them is, let's see, 5, 2, and 1.
I have grandkids pretty close in age to those 3.
And I love spoiling them. I love spoiling them babies. Trust me.
That is the most fun of being a grandparent. You pull them right and send them home.
Bingo.
What did being a firefighter and a paramedic teach you about camaraderie?
You know, it taught me how to be respectful, and being able to help others that are in need. And once, you know, a dramatic situation happens, to be able to be there to respond, to help them out.
All right, Peter, question number 1 came in. Do you ever drink moonshine or Everclear?
I did back in my days, but I don't do it now.
While we're on Peter questions, do you like shooting guns?
Yes, I do.
Do you like a good roast beef dinner?
Yes, I do.
Have you ever been to the UK or South Africa?
No, I have not.
Peter, if I forgot one, let me know, because I anticipated some of those coming. What did being a paramedic teach you about staying calm under pressure?
Now, that was hard. I did have a patient that had cancer, pretty bad. They were in like stage 4 cancer. We were on the way to the hospital, and we were talking. I was talking to the patient. He coughed one time and coded. That was something hard to watch. I mean, I'm not gonna joke. That was just, we were talking, and then all of a sudden it was gone.
All right, Cookie wants to know, what month were you in the firefighter calendar?
Oh, I wanted no calendar, by no means.
have any regrets?
I can't say no and I can't say yes, but yes, I do have regrets. I really do. I wish I could go back and change things to make it different, but, you know, that's the past. We can't.
Absolutely.
I mean, I could have done something different, but I didn't do it. And, you know, now as I look back, I'm like, damn, I could have done something different with that.
So what skills did you learn being a firefighter and a first responder that you still use today?
Well, matter of fact, my wife, last year, she had a nasty fall. She hit the fireplace. She was getting off the couch and she lost her balance and busted her eye. And I had to jump into action to stop the bleeding. So I had to rush her to the hospital. Another one was one of my neighbors actually cut his leg with a chainsaw.
Right.
And I had to go in and help out to actually EMS arrive because he was going to bleed out.
Yeah, so it was good you were there.
It just spring into action. I just don't think. I just spring into action. And then, okay, how I learned from driving trucks, you don't see it anymore because you got to be scared, you got to be terrified because all the demons in the world. Back in the day, truckers used to help truckers. If one was broke down, another one pulled up behind them. Hey, brother, what's wrong? You good? You need some help?
Yeah. Yeah,
But you don't see that anymore because of the crazy.
We're in a different world today, Danny. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. How did you get the nickname Peterbilt?
I got that nickname Peterbilt from, there again, my old friend. God rest his soul. He gave me that name. He gave me that name because the truck I wanted, and when 1975 comes into play, I found a Peterbilt 1975 model that I wanted. I had my heart, my eyes, my everything set on that truck. He bought that truck.
Oh, nice.
And before he gave it to me, he had that truck completely redone. And I made damn sure I paid that man back before he left this world. He told me, no, it's a gift. No, it's not a gift. It's not a gift. No, I don't understand gifts. I don't. I'm a working man.
Sounds like he was a great friend to have, Danny, just the same.
He was awesome. And I miss that man every day. He was like a father figure to me.
All right, Paul wants to know what's the best concert you've ever been to?
The best concert. Okay, I'm gonna go old school on you because that's how old I am. John Conley.
John Conley was a hell of a singer.
I met that man. I've been knowing John Conley personally myself for years. We have photos of it here. He's a tremendous man. Starting off as a radio DJ and then all of a sudden becoming a country superstar.
Right on. So, I understand how you got the nickname Peterbilt. Is it in his memory that you continue to use that as your nickname?
Yes, I will never change that. That's one name I will never drop, never get rid of, never change. Because it's on every platform I'm on. It's on. I'm still on TikTok. I still do have TikTok. Obviously, you know.
All right, here's a pretty interesting. I think you'll like this question. This man that gave you that nickname, and it was such a good friend to you. What did he teach you about loyalty, friendship, and hard work?
He taught me if I wanted something in life, you got to succeed. His friendship was unconditionally. He helped me through my toughest times and my better times and my great times. He was always there giving me support, advice, told me if I wanted something, never back down, never stop, go for it. His wife was the same way. His whole entire family was just, you can't ask for no better people. I mean, they were just tremendous.
Did did your experience starting a trucking company help when you decided to start your construction company and then your towing business?
Well, that as well, yes. I'm in the process of today. We're in the process. I say we, me and my wife. I let my wife is involved in this as well. We're in the process of buying a rotator, which is one of the big records that can completely turn a truck over by itself without having help.
Right.
It's a big one, and it's expensive. And the reason why I'm scared of purchasing it is because I'm scared that we're gonna go into a recession, and I just hate to say that. I'm just watching numbers. I'm watching the stock market. If that stock market number falls, no, I'm not gambling. I don't gamble.
Right on. Peter asks, is 420 legal in the state of North Carolina?
No, it's not. You will get arrested.
Okay, Paul wants to know, if you'd sit down and talk to two people, alive or dead, who would you choose and why?
That will be my father and my dear friend that I lost. And the reason why, I miss my father every day.
Yeah.
And my buddy that helped me out, I miss him too. But I miss my father more because he was the one that made me tough, that made me who I am.
Right on.
That Navy come out that man. If you done something wrong, oh, he won't go talking. He was going to beat the brakes off your ass. That's the only way I can put it. He was going to whip you back in shape.
How long's your dad been gone?
My dad's been gone going on 15 years now, and that's the hardest thing in the world. But that's okay. I've done a picture. I got a picture of him beside of my recliner, and I got his ashes right beside of my recliner, and I got his American flag right beside of my recliner. That is what I call my little sacred ground right there. Don't nobody touch me.
Right. What would you say is you obviously, your father taught you a lot of lessons. What would you say is the most valuable lesson he taught you?
Never lie, never cheat, and never steal. Always work hard for what you want.
Yeah, that's a lesson a lot of people today could really benefit from.
Yep.
What was of the businesses that you started and run? Which one was the easiest to get going?
The easiest one to get going. I can't say the trucking one. That was hard because you got to get all these DOT numbers and everything. I think the easiest one that I actually had was the dump truck and the dump trailers pulling sand. That was the most easiest one because you think about it, you got a lot of concrete companies around where I'm at, and they need material to make their material concrete,
Right.
I mean, that was okay, and then all of a sudden it just kind of like phased out. I'm like, yeah, no, this ain't gonna work. We gotta do something different. I mean, I have to sit back and watch everything, and I still work every day with everybody else. I mean, I'm not scared to work. I mean, you don't see me in a suit and tie. I'm in a t-shirt and blue jeans and a ball cap hat. I mean, I work with everybody. I don't mind getting dirty.
Absolutely, brother. Paul wants to know, what's a hobby that you enjoy that nobody knows about?
Flying my drone. I enjoy flying my drone, doing videos and doing pictures.
I was going to ask if there's a camera on your drone. You answered that question with that comment.
Yep.
How much range does your drone have?
It can go up to 2 or 3 miles. I want to say it's 3 miles, I think it is. I ain't 100% sure. I've never had it. I've never taken it away because you got to be careful because of FAA rules and regulations. You don't want to violate somebody's rights, and I'm not going to do that.
What's the coolest thing you've ever seen flying your drone?
The coolest thing I ever seen? Matter of fact, the coolest thing I ever seen, I need to post this video, I don't know if I did on here or not, is when the local fire department here was doing a live burn behind my house. They were burning an old house down, and I flew my drone over that and captured all the video of the fire and everything. And I made like a big documentary about that, and I did send it to the fire department as well. I do love doing digital creation. I love doing that.
Peter wants to know, do you have a CB radio?
Yes, I do. I've got several of them. I got one in my pickup truck. Every one of my trucks has them.
Let me go out on a limb. Your CB handle is Peterbilt.
Bingo.
All right. It was a safe limb to go out on, to be honest. So, now you've been a business owner a lot of your adult life. What kind of leadership style do you have?
I lead my people in the path to where I want them to succeed in life. And I tell them, if we can make a customer happy, I don't mind compensating. I don't mind not 1 ounce. I love to hear the good come in versus the bad. I don't want to hear no bad vibes. I want to hear all good. Like matter of fact, Friday, I got called in. I had 5 phone calls from 5 different customers saying your guy was tremendous, awesome attitude, did what he was supposed to do. I said, that's all I want to hear. That's it.
Right. That has to be heartwarming too. One thing I've noticed, there's another aspect of what you've done we haven't touched on yet, but I will. But overall, a lot of what you do is predicated on helping people. Is that an important part of your life, helping people?
That, yes, it is. I enjoy helping people. And I'm going to bring this up. The reason why I'm going to bring this up, me and my wife, at our local grocery store 2-3 years ago, we seen a veteran. He was homeless. And I seen his hat he had on. I walked up to him and I said, sir, are you a veteran? He said, yes. I said, are you homeless? He said, yes. I said, have you had a hot meal today? He said, no. Okay, we're going to fix that. We're going to fix that. So I took him to a restaurant here where I live at, and I told him, I said, get anything you want. Anything. I don't care what it is. Get anything you want. I put him up in a hotel room for 2 weeks. I reached out to an organization that I know personally, that I'm real good friends with. It's called Purple Heart Homes. Look them up. Purple Heart Homes. I reached out to my buddy there, and I told him what we had going on. So he said, I'm on the way. He came down, and I was like, look, that's a veteran. Can't have that.
Last night.
I can't have that. I said, I'm a people person. I can't have that. He said, we're going to fix that. I said, well, you know what? I said, we're going to raise some money. So I went and I ran a lot of businesses, and we raised enough money for him, for Purple Heart Homes, to build him a home.
That's awesome.
I mean, I have a heart for a veteran, because what these men and women has done for us, you, Tank, as well, thank you, sir, and all women and men that served, that are still serving, I completely thank y'all for what y'all do, what y'all have done, and still doing.
That's appreciated, Danny. And your heart's definitely in the right place, brother. Ronan wants to know, do you follow NASCAR or Formula Car racing? And if so, who's your favorite driver?
I don't. I used to do drag racing. I used to be matter of fact, I used to drag race for my company, which I've not done that now going on 10 years. But no, I don't do NASCAR, none of that. I don't do sports because I really don't have time. I stay busy all the time.
I thought everybody in North Carolina followed NASCAR.
Oh, they do. Trust me, but I can't. I don't have time. I mean, I work.
I will tell you this, the last time I really followed NASCAR, my favorite driver was Richard Petty. That tells you how long it's been.
Oh, yeah. Well, when I was younger, I did used to watch NASCAR. I'm not going to sit here and say I didn't, but Dale Earnhardt from Okay, Dale Earnhardt. You know, I can say that because he was ruthless and he would always go for what he wanted.
57.
And now Richard Petty, the same way.
57.
We're talking the old schoolers.
Yeah. So
There we go. It's okay.
what? I mean, was it the fact that your dad served that sparked your passion for helping
Lost my balls.
homeless veterans and veterans with mental health issues?
Yep, it did. It really did. Because, like I said, I have a heart for
What do you
veterans.
mean you're going to run better for me later?
Now, I kind of have an answer to this question already because I am a veteran, but from your perspective, what do you think is the biggest challenge veterans face when they return to civilian life?
Well, I do know they suffer through PTSD. They do have mental health issues. They don't know how to adjust to war back to society. I can understand that. I know that. You don't know what that veteran's going through. You don't know what mental state they're going through, or you have no clue of. You got to be careful when you approach somebody like that because you can trigger something that you don't want.
And I have a different perspective on it because I don't have PTSD, and if I do, it's because of my marriage, not because of my military service.
I got that too. I won't tell the wife.
No, if you've heard the story of what my marriage is like, you'd understand why I could potentially have PTSD from it. But I think one of the reasons that a lot of guys, when they rotate back to civilian life, struggle is because when you join the military, they break down your individuality. They build you up into a military unit, thinking military. But when it comes time to separate from the military, they don't teach you how to reintegrate to a society that's not military centered.
Nope.
And the longer a person serves, the harder it is for them to reintegrate into civilian society. I mean, a lot of people do it flourish, but a lot of people struggle.
Thank you.
I've got
getting
one
left
guy.
in a good way.
He is a Marine. Well, he's a retired Marine. I watched him one morning, and I had to grab him, and we had to talk, and I told him, I was like, relax. It's all good. You're all good. And he's like, I'm sorry. I said, no, don't apologize. You're good. You're good. I said, just relax. I said, don't get frustrated. Don't get upset. Just relax. I mean, I said, we're all in this together. I said, if you got something going on, come talk to me. I'll talk to you, no problem. So me and him went to breakfast one morning. He was having a bad day. I don't care. I'm the type of person that likes to talk to somebody to resolve a problem before it comes into something huge. Why not fix the problem before it blows up?
If I could a minute, Michael, understand you have a friend in me, brother, who's done time in American military and reintegrated into civilian life. And I'm always here for you, brother. So you got a lifelong friend over here in the stateside.
Same here, brother.
What's a message you wish more civilians understood about military service and the aftermath of military service?
You know, I've said this several times at the VFW when I talked. It goes back to what you said. The military brings you in, they break you down to build you up to be a combat machine of all branches. What they don't teach you is when that time comes, when you leave the military, they don't put you back into civilian life. So when you get somebody comes out, if they don't, we don't know if they got PTSD, mental health, whatever. We don't have no clue. We don't know. I mean, you can hide it. You can hide it real good. When they come out, it's just like
do this one.
2 of them.
No,
they're rogue.
I can't.
And I don't mean to say it hateful like that. I don't mean to say it mean. But they don't understand that. They only program for one thing: fight for my country. I still got a buddy of mine right now. He's an older guy. When I say older, he's probably in his 70s. He's an old World War II vet. He's old. He's 70. He's more than that. He's like in his 80s. But I'm gonna tell you something. You don't sneak up behind that guy. He'll pull a knife on you in a minute. He's ruthless. And I talk to him every day.
Right. Okay, let's shift gears a little bit, Danny. How many businesses have you started since you and your wife have been together?
I started the towing company, the dump truck industry, and the dumpster side. I have a dumpster side, so that would be 3. I did have a lawn care, which I didn't. I sold that out. Landscaping business. I didn't like that one. That wasn't my cup of tea for me.
She's always supportive when you start these ventures.
Yep.
I have to ask, what does she do to help you from overstressing on things?
She takes a lot of stress off of me, wife, as far as book work. She does the payroll, insurance. All my guys has got free insurance. I pay for their insurance. I don't expect none of my guys to pay for their insurance. I can only do it for the employees. I wish I could do it for the families, but I can't because it's too expensive. It's just for my employees. Yeah, I pay out pretty good for free insurance. That's the way I look at it. If you're working for me, you're gonna get free insurance. Sorry, you get short-term, long-term disability.
Right. Before I get to Paul's question, how important is it that you two make time for each other in and around your busy work life?
We set aside each week a couple days a week. We got like Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. Sometimes we rotated up like Friday and Saturday. Like usually, I got two people that I can actually count on to help me out when I want to. Just like me and the wife, just take a dinner date and roll on. Like this weekend, I'm on call. If anything happens, I gotta roll.
Yep.
And I'm in the same category as my guys are. I'm no better. I'm no different. If they gotta go, I gotta go.
All right. Paul asks, "What's your biggest pet peeve?" Before you answer, Hall's 1. Quit asking stupid questions or leave. All right. What's your biggest pet peeve?
My biggest pet peeve. My black Peterbilt. I love my truck. I love my big black Peterbilt. I'll say it just like that because that was the very first truck my buddy bought me. And I still have that truck to this day. And that thing has got over 2 million miles on it. And it still runs like a brand new one. You think I'm going to get rid of that? No. That's my heart and soul. That is my heart and soul.
No, and I've never visited you. We can agree on that, correct?
Correct.
But I guarantee, I would be willing to bet that truck is still immaculate inside now.
There's hardwood floors inside of it. There's a 220-inch sleeper on the back of that truck. I don't drive the truck anymore. It is in my shop. I have a big shop. It is in that shop by itself with nothing around it. And it still runs to this day.
Here's another Peter question. Peter wants to know if you've ever visited Alcatraz Island.
No, but I would like to before I leave this world. That would be awesome.
So I think you've answered this, but so I'll ask it this way: you have an incredible work ethic. Is that something you got from your father?
Yes, it is. My father was a carpenter, and I learned from him. And he taught me everything that I needed to know about from building to learning how to succeed in life. And then I wanted to get more into something different than construction. I wanted to be able to get into the trucking industry. That was my number one thing. I fell in love with a truck. Right. I always loved to hear a truck come by. I'm like, oh my God, I'll have one of them one day. I'll have one of them one day.
What's a core rule or code you live by and work in life?
Say that again, Tank. You broke up on me. I'm sorry.
What is a core rule or code that you live by in work and in life?
Treat people fairly, be kind, and be respectful.
That's a really good rule to live by too, I have to tell you. What is the motivation that keeps you going to keep working hard, work good?
My wife and my family.
Right on.
Because without them, I wouldn't be who I am today. My wife is my number one supporter and my motivator. She pushes me to thrive every day. You know, I come in late sometimes. Matter of fact, I came in Wednesday at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock Wednesday night. And she had dinner cooked. It was late, and I felt bad. But, I mean, I got to do what I got to do. I got customers to satisfy. I mean, I got to keep a business going.
Ronan, I did ask him his biggest pet peeve. He said it was his Peterbilt truck.
It is.
What does my friend Danny do when he has a day that's absolutely free, no work obligations, no any obligations? It's just your free day. What do you do?
Cut my grass. I love cutting my grass, to be honest with you. That's just like, just relieves all my stress and just clears my mind. Just cutting my grass. I mean, it's just something simple.
All right. I gotta play musical moderators for a minute, so give me a minute.
Uh-oh.
I gotta beat Mod B because she's in here, but we can't see her comments because she still gets ghosted. There she is. And she's modded. All right, Paul wants to know, if you could visit anywhere, where would it be? And why? Why is my question.
I would love to go see Scotland, to meet Gigi, and I would love to go to England to meet Paul.
Do you know, Danny, I met Val in Indiana. No, Ohio. I met her in Ohio when I went to Bam's wedding.
See, I wanted to meet, I really wanted to go and meet Gigi, but I didn't have the time because everything was, it was like my busy season, and I felt bad.
Okay. What is it about you that earns respect from the people that work for you?
Well, I've been told that they enjoy working for me, that I'm one of the nicest, and what shocked me was we never seen an owner work with co-workers before. I said, we're in this shit together. What do you think I'm going to do, sit behind a desk with a suit on?
Right.
That's not me. I don't do that.
And welcome in, Vamp and B. It's good to see you.
Hey, Vamp.
B says, if you were prime minister, what's one thing you would be that you would ban?
I don't want to be prime minister. What I would ban? Atrium. I mean, we're all human beings. Stop hating people. I mean,
as an employer, do you give veteran preference in hiring?
Yes, I do. I will hire a veteran in a heartbeat. Which, matter of fact, I've got one already. He's a Marine veteran. And I'm interviewing 2 more tomorrow.
That's awesome. As a veteran, I absolutely respect that, brother.
I mean, I do not discriminate. I don't care what it is, what you've got going on. No, we are a hire company. I will hire a veteran in a second and will not think twice about it.
In the towns that your businesses are based in or serve, how do you want your business to be remembered or to be known?
Successful, making our customers happy, customer satisfaction, and a job well done.
Good deal. In all the businesses that you've owned, what's been your proudest moment as a business owner?
knew, and her husband was dying of brain cancer. He wanted, before he passed away, he wanted to have photos taken with a Caterpillar dozer. So I loaded this thing up on the back of my lowboy. I drove 3.5 hours down the road to make that happen for his final wish.
Very nice. That's awesome, brother. Peter wants to know if you've ever worked in the private security industry.
No, I have not.
Okay. B wants to know if you could describe yourself using only one color, what would it be?
Easy going.
That's not a color, but I can understand the answer.
Well, I do apologize about that color.
That's a tough question to describe yourself with a color.
It is. I mean, I don't know how. I do apologize.
Paul wants to know what's one message you'd like the world to hear.
One message. Be kind to one another. Respect one another. Always help somebody out in need.
Yep. I would go even further and remember, and it'll elaborate on the being kind to one another. We never know what someone else is going through. You know, when you see somebody on the street, they look like they're just fine. They could be having the worst day of their lives. You know, and being kind doesn't cost anything.
Nope. You can make somebody's day just by saying, "Hey, are you okay?" See, I'm the type of person that will walk up to somebody if they're having a bad day. I'll talk to them. I don't care if I know you or not. That's just the way I am. My wife is like, "Do you know them?" No. They're having a bad day. Let's talk to them and find out what's wrong. Make sure they're okay.
Miss Tracy asked, "What color is your beloved truck?" You said it was black, didn't you?
It's black. Yes, it's black. It is jet black.
Right on. Looking back, you've had quite a colorful career, so to speak. How do you summarize your at least your working life up to this point?
You know, I have my ups and downs. I have failed several times, but I have risen back up and kept it. I don't give up. I don't stop.
Yeah, resilient describes you very well, brother. Peter wants to know, do you use any other social media apps besides Clapper?
I've got Clapper. I have TikTok. I'm on Instagram, and I'm on Wheel.
Paul wants to know what's one truck you'd refuse to drive.
A damn Kenworth. Damn a Kenworth.
Why a Kenworth?
I don't like Kenworth. They're garbage. I've been a Peterbilt man all my life. That's my name, and we're going to stick to that. All my trucks is Peterbilt.
What about a Mack? Would you drive a Mack?
Oh, I know. That's how I learned how to drive a truck, was on a two-stick Mack. A 1961 model two-stick Mack. No. Them things was like going to prison driving. No.
Vamp would like to know, if you could change one thing in your life, what would it be?
I could change one thing in my life, what it would be. Have my father back in my life.
That makes sense to me. Has having the nickname Peterbilt changed meaning for you over the years?
No, because everybody knows me as Peterbilt. They know me as Danny as well, but when I see my old school truckers, they look at me and say, "What's up, Peter?"
Yeah, Clapper's not helping you out, Ronan, but I don't think I've missed any questions yet, brother. Danny, you've had a variety of careers, so to speak, business and such. Is there a trade or profession that you've not tried yet that you've always been curious about?
Electrician. I would love to do the electrical work.
Well, that's fair. I was going to say gigolo, but that's just me. If there's one, all right. Paul asked, what model Peterbilt is your favorite of all time?
379 peak long nose.
And I'm going to back up. B wants to know if there's one hobby that you would like to do that you don't already do, what would it be?
Be on my bass boat fishing. To be honest to you.
Can you imagine being a professional fisherman?
Oh, no. Well, maybe. Hell, I bought a boat 2 years ago. I bought a boat 2 years ago. I ain't even put it in the water yet.
I think it would take the fun out of it if it would become like a business, a job.
It would.
Paul wants to know if you could tell your 18-year-old self one thing, what would it be?
What would it be? Succeed. Do better. And never give up.
Fair enough. Now, to me, this is a silly question, but I'm going to ask because Peter asked you. Do the clapper glitches irritate you?
Yes, they do. They drive me crazy. I think it drives everybody crazy.
I'm going to do some rapid, just quick choice answers, except I'm not going to ask the first one because you already made it clear how you feel, because the first one was, what is your rig of choice, Peterbilt, Kenworth, or Mack? I know it's Peterbilt.
Yep.
Favorite time of day to work, early morning or late at night?
Well, it's early in the morning. I do work late at night, so it's both, to be honest.
Black coffee or cream and sugar?
Black coffee.
What's your go-to meal after a long, hard day on the job?
Steak.
Oh, never. You can't go wrong with steak, brother.
No, you can't. Gotta have a steak.
Manual transmission or automatic?
Manual. I don't want no automatic. Might grind the gears in that.
Country music, rock music, or silence when you're driving?
Silence. No music at all.
In the years you've driven across the country, what's your favorite place you've been to?
Texas, Oklahoma, Colorado, Tombstone, New Mexico. Can't leave your state out, Tank. Oh, Missouri.
You know, my favorite place in the United States is the Great Smoky Mountains of North Carolina.
Because you're from here.
Yeah, and I'm always home there, even though I haven't lived there in many years. What's your favorite season to work outdoors?
Wintertime.
Did you find it hard to step away from firefighting or being a paramedic to go back into a business again?
I did. Well, the reason why I left the firefighting industry, I fell through a house fire 3 times and destroyed my knees. I had to have knee replacements done, and I can't do it anymore. And I do miss it. I mean, I'm still certified to this day, but I do miss it.
All right, Danny, I need to take a minute here and announce that next Sunday, 3 o'clock Central Standard Time, my guest for Big Tank Talk will be Rebel Dawn. Rebel Dawn's a dear friend. I look forward to asking her some questions and getting to know her better. I hope you guys will join me next week. What's the hardest part about seeing people on the worst day of their lives when you're a paramedic?
I think the worst one I seen when I had to respond to an accident and the mother and the child had perished. I'm just going to leave it as that. And the husband was devastated.
Oh, understandably. You're obviously successful at building and maintaining businesses. What keeps you grounded?
My family. my family and my customers. Without them, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I wouldn't have nothing.
Understand. Is there a project or goal that you haven't accomplished yet that you're determined to get done?
I do have a truck in my shop that I bought that I want to completely restore. And I've not had time to do that yet, and it's eating me alive. I bought this truck a couple years ago, and, you know, it got beat up pretty bad in an accident, and it's an older model Peterbilt, and I want to rebuild that truck, and my goal for that truck is I've been in touch with Fallen Firefighters Association and Fallen Paramedics Association. I want to take that truck, rebuild it, and donate it to them with the fire and rescue symbols on this truck, with members lost in the line of duty of fire and rescue.
What role does faith play in your drive to help others?
Sir?
What role does faith play in your drive to help others?
It's seeing somebody smile, knowing, you know, I don't go to church, but I'm a saved man, knowing they believe in God. Because I'm a God-fearing man myself. Like I said, I don't go to church. I've been saved. I've been baptized. Matter of fact, I got baptized on the 19th of July by a dear friend of mine, which is a preacher. It's just be kind to others.
If you could have a sit-down dinner with the friend that got you started in the trucking business that passed away, what's the first thing you catch him up on?
I tell him how he made me thrive in my career and how he pushed me and made me succeed and helped me out.
Would you say, even though he's passed on in the businesses that you've started since, that his influence is still there, still driving you?
He still pushes me every day. I've got a letter that's on my desk at my office that I framed. Before this man passed away, he wrote a letter. It wasn't nothing big. It was just a notebook-sized letter telling me, succeed, never give up in life, push yourself, don't stop. Don't let nobody put you down, don't give up.
One final question, Danny. How do you want to be remembered?
Just as me, as a hard-working man, nobody else.
Right on. That is all the questions I have for you today, brother. I have more I could ask, but this is an hour show. And I always end by offering my guest, and that's you, an opportunity to do a shout out. The shout out can be for whoever or whatever you want.
Well, I want to thank Big Tank here for this interview. Tank, I love you, brother. Paul, Gigi, Ted, all y'all, Shocker crew. You know, this is what we call one big family. And I'm honored to have met all of you guys and everybody in here now. Thank you. Just thank you so much. I mean, y'all are just tremendous people. I mean, you can meet some good people on this app. You can meet some turds on this app. I mean, we all know that. You got your trolls too. But, you know, this man right here, I think of the world of him, GG, the whole Shocker crew, everybody. I do. I really do. And Paul, brother, thank you so much, my friend.
Danny, I want to piggyback on that by thanking Paul for screen recording as he does every week.
Yes.
As he is in the United States, visiting and headed to Indiana to Bugs' place. Paul, I appreciate you. I want to thank Broden for pitting the questions. It's not his normal function in my interview, but he did a great job, and it's very much appreciated, Ronan. Plus, being my number one troll sniper, it's always appreciated. And last, not last, but I want to thank everyone here that contributed questions, that stuck around for this amazing interview with this absolutely wonderful human being. And last but not least, Danny, I want to thank you for agreeing, because this was literally last minute you agreeing to be a guest this week. It is very much appreciated.
Brother, you got it.
And with that, folks, you guys have a wonderful day. And I will see you guys on the Clapper Streets.